Alright, what's up everyone? So here's what's going on with Ubisoft after the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. About a week ago, they announced that Tencent, which is a Chinese company, acquired 25% stake in Ubisoft's new gaming subsidiary, which has a value of around 4 billion. This new entity will include franchises like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. A couple of days after this news came out, the stock of Ubisoft began to fall, which is a bad sign for investors. The news about the deal with Tencent came out around March 27th. Shortly after that, the value of the stock for Ubisoft started to go down, and then after, it just got worse, and now it's remained at this low point, as you see right here. Over the past few years, their highest point was in 2018. In October of that year, they released Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That game did reach a peak of 62,000 players at one point. Then going into 2019, they took a small dip, then again in 2020, but in 2021, they made a small comeback, and after that, things just went downhill. After the news with Tencent came out, some employees were concerned about their jobs, considering how they shut down the Leamington studio. Some employees were concerned about their jobs, especially if they're not on a team that's working on Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. There was an email sent out by Ubisoft to its employees where it says, if you're not currently working on these brands, it doesn't mean your work matters any less. However, some people are not convinced and are still worried about their jobs. Right now on Steam, at least, Assassin's Creed Shadows had a peak of 64,000 players, and right now it's around 22,000. As for the other platforms, like on console, I'm not sure about those numbers. We also have this article, how Ubisoft paid influencers to play the game. They spent around $2 million on this campaign. Most of the spending went towards Twitch, which shows that Ubisoft valued the longer play sessions and community building. This chart shows what some creators were possibly paid just to play Assassin's Creed Shadows on their YouTube channel or Twitch. Hassan barely streams gaming content, and when he does, it's almost always sponsored. Hassan's Assassin's Creed stream came in at half the viewership his streams normally do, which indicates a lack of interest from his core audience. They sponsored Tyler 1, which seems quite random. He streamed the game for 2 hours, then immediately went back to League of Legends. I believe this is not a winning formula for showcasing your game on Twitch. There was a memo sent out that details a few steps of this deal with Tencent. Step 1 was the announcement. Step 2 will take place during the summer, where they will work out how to support this new entity. Step 3 will be about completing this transition, but they are still unsure of a lot of things during this process. And you would think that after Tencent got involved with Ubisoft that they might be saved, but apparently even the investors are now worried because the stock of Ubisoft is crumbling to a pretty drastic rate. And today I found this article. Investors demand Ubisoft to renegotiate Tencent subsidiary deal and initiate legal proceedings. The reason for this is that after the stock for Ubisoft went down, shareholders are not sure whether they will get a significant benefit from this transaction, which means the proposed deal is deeply flawed. So even the investors are seeing the stock value of Ubisoft decline very fast, and now they're thinking, okay, wait, maybe this deal was a bit too good for them and pretty bad for us, so now we have to renegotiate. So those are all the updates I could find about this situation with Ubisoft and Tencent. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.